Hey everyone, welcome to the All Signs. This is what you guys need to hear right now, especially to get into vibrational alignment with your manifestations. So let's dive in and start with Aries. Oh, I will let you guys know that I have a free meditation to meet your spirit guide. I'll link to that in the comments. Aries, in terms of manifestations, you kind of got to like make a little peace with where you're at. And it's like there's just a little bit of a gentle nudge to like bring your focus to your money. I don't necessarily think it's to make more money, but I think it's more to like focus on like how proud you feel for the financial success you've gotten yourself. Because if you like allow yourself to have that feel good moment where you're like, wow, look at the debt I paid off, look at the investments I have. It's like if you just take a little time to get whatever topic is causing emotional chaos in your life, you kind of gotta like just get off that topic for a day or two and just put your focus back on your life and how like far you've come and like show yourself some appreciation for what you've got, especially financially. Because it's almost like what I'm hearing right now from spirit is that like you haven't given yourself enough credit for like how far you've come. It's almost like, 500 person losing 250 pounds and they're just sitting there spinning their wheels thinking about, well, I'm not like 150 pounds yet. But if you can get in that, like, I am a good partner, like, look at me, I am dedicated to my health, I am doing this, like, your finances, if you focus on your finances, you're going to realize like how far you've come. Remind yourself either how much debt you had off or how little in investments you had and go, whoa, over the last like 2 years, this is where I've gotten myself. It's going to like get you in the like, I have momentum going. I am good at manifesting. I am good at applying myself to something. Um, it's going to like trickle over into your other areas of life and your other manifestations. So it's really just a big like, law of attraction. You get off the topic that's causing vibrational contrast. You just focus on somewhere else in your life that's going really, really well. And there's a little bit two areas that like if you just focus on, look at the things I could buy myself now that I couldn't buy 2 years ago. So it's not just about noticing like the debt going up or the investments or savings going up, but it's also like I can buy myself this, this, and this now. It's like feeling that sense of pride for how far you've come is what's going to like really help your manifestation. That was kind of a sweet and direct message there. So let's go on to Taurus. What does Taurus need to hear right now? And Taurus, if you would like to meet your spirit guide, I will put a link to a free meditation I made for you in the comments. Um, Wow, Taurus. Oh my God, I wish I could just like, oh, hug you. I just want to state that I think you guys are like pretty brave because you've taken like a big kind of up level in life. You took like a huge step, a huge risk for yourself. I don't think you're fully acknowledging it's because you think you're worth more and like you took the step on your own. Um, And I think it's the first time you've taken a big step like that on your own. So it's like you're not acknowledging that, like, even though I don't feel self trust right now, there's clearly a part of me that really trusted myself. Because it just looks like there needs to be a little bit of acknowledge for yourself. Not like I'm proud, maybe I'm proud, but like whoa, I took this big O step on my own. Because it kind of looks like whatever it was, you did it without love, and there's just a little disappointment in your love life right now. I think it's just not moving as automatic as you would like it to be. And I want to say, like, I know that as like both sexes get older, everyone's like, oh, you don't have as many options anymore. But it's because like you're not manifesting as many options. When you're younger, you have a default active vibration of I want to learn from people, I want to grow, I want new experiences, I like meeting new people. But then once you meet enough people and you kind of get comfortable with like, this is how I like to live life, that vibration goes away. And you're now manifesting more meaningful connections. So I think like you just haven't taken time to acknowledge that even though there's like less inbound requests, the requests that you have that like last are far more meaningful. Um, so I also do think there's a little bit of just like it's I don't pick up anything financially going wrong in your life right now, Taurus, but I think that it's just like on your mind and you're worried because it just looks like you've taken a big step and a big leap that you're not giving yourself enough acknowledgement for. Like, that was a bold step for me. I'm proud of myself. I'm, you know, um, yeah. Okay. So what's Taurus's advice though? Come on. You pretty much said that you need to acknowledge yourself more. Yeah. Oh, you need to acknowledge yourself more for like, oh, it's not proud, it's courageous. Like, I was courageous taking that step. I do have courage. I was a little unprepared for the little bit of a like a wobble that I would feel until I solidify in this. But I like the courage that I took. I was courageous. It's like if you get, I was courageous. It's like going to build this and bask on that a little bit. Like I was courageous. It was a courageous move, and so far it's worked out for me. It's made me kind of like recognize how much better I've gotten in boundaries and interpersonal relationships, and like whatever exit has to come into your life, like that person was brought into your life for you to see how far you've come and how much your standards have risen, and how much just more like meaning you're manifesting in your life right now. Yeah, if you could do that, you'll get back into like a swing of passion, the Knight of Fire, and you got the King of Water. So you'll really, it's not like self love, like, "Oh, I love myself," and you're feeling this self love within you, but it's more like I do love the life I created for myself. I do love this like space and time I've created for myself. And it's kind of like your passion for a passion project is gonna like slowly like it's like the spark is there and it's gonna start growing. Like there's a natural wind. You know, when manifestation happens, whenever you have like I desire this, it's like putting your boat in a river. If you don't touch the river or the boat, it's gonna naturally go downstream. So you're naturally already headed to your desires as long as you don't resist it. You know, if you turn the boat upstream and start paddling, your resistance. If you're thinking about worries, fears, that's the same as paddling upstream. So if it's just a I was so courageous for taking that step. It's afforded me this financial opportunity. I may not fully trust it yet, and that's okay because it's new to me. I'm adjusting to this. Here's this passion project that I would really just love to take off and experience a good, great flow from it. And I did so well in this other area that I feel a little wobbly in that like I don't even have pressure for this passion project. So if you could just like feel that courage, like congratulate yourself for taking that step, and like just kind of be okay that you do feel a little raw. Like you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay, Taurus. Okay, so let's move on to Gemini. What does Gemini need to hear? And Gemini, if you are ready to meet your spirit guide, I linked to a free meditation down below. Um, okay, so this is Gemini. We got the Chariot, the Empress, and the Three of Air. What do they need to hear right now to get into vibrational harmony for their manifestations? Okay, this is interesting. It's a little bit of a dual message. You got the Chariot, which is like the card of like action, take a lot of action, right? So you're being encouraged to keep taking action. And like the Chariot is like kind of like massive action, not just, you know. Um, but like the Empress card is saying, yes, take action, but don't think that action solves it all. There's if you like it's kind of like if you don't take the time to do the energy work first and just rely on action, it's going to lead to sadness. Um, and the energy work looks like a 15-minute daily meditation. That's the equivalent of a 30-minute walk a day. For your physical health, you got to like walk 30 minutes a day, right? For your mental and emotional health, your manifestation health, you just got to do a 15-minute meditation. After that, do you then just take time to write a list of 10 positive things? And it could be something from 10 years ago, as long as it felt good, just something that when you focus on, it feels good. I enjoyed that conversation from so and so. Oh, that trip was so fun. Oh, that present was so sweet. Oh, I really enjoyed feeling the sun on my skin today. The weather was so good today. Right? And just kind of like make a list of 10 things that you genuinely have a sense of satisfaction for, enjoyment, appreciation. Like it will get you in alignment. It will get you focused positive on like good things. That means more good things will keep coming to you, okay? Now, in terms of getting into energy work for specific manifestation, whatever it is you're working towards right now, it's got to be, what do you enjoy about it? What do you like about it? What are some recent wins in it? Right? And so if you're manifesting something new, it's like, well, what are all the signs that it's coming in? That's how you get into the receptive mode. Step 1, you do the ask. Step 2, the universe delivers. Step 3, you receive. Step 4, 5, and 6 are just like mastery of step 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So I'm just going to focus on 3 for you because that's where you're at, which is you either ask, believe, receive. Ask, step 1. Step 2, believe, the universe does their job. Receive, step 3. So step 3 is where you either receive the end goal or you receive the next step along the way. And the more that you can celebrate this next step as if it's the end goal, that's when you're living in alignment to rapidly manifest. So if you're like, yeah, you know what? I want to be the fit girl. I want to lose 100 pounds. Oh my God, I just lost 10 pounds. Wow, the first 10 pounds came off easier than I thought. I love this easy trajectory. Let's keep it going, universe. Like, I'm feeling a bit better. Whoa, I'm 25 pounds down now. I'm moving easier. This feels better than I thought. And like, people are kind of commenting that I'm happier. Like, I like that. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm 50 pounds down. I got into that dress I wore 2 years ago. Oh my gosh, I'm flying high. I love feeling free in my body, right? You're living in alignment. You're celebrating the next step as if it's your end goal. And so that also means you're like noticing the signs that your manifestation is coming in, which can be, I'm feeling better about the topic. I'm feeling more optimistic about it. I have more energy to like go after it and do it. I'm having new thoughts on the topic that are more helpful in the manifestation coming in. Here was my new thought. Here was my new thought. When I posted that YouTube video, I got a like. When I posted my second video, I got a subscriber. Like the more that you can like, oh my God, here's the signs that I'm on my track. You put your focus there. Law of attraction, what you focus on, you get. So there's just a like, so you either need to notice the signs it's coming in so that way the universe can help it come in and you don't have to take 10 action steps to get the result of one if you did the energy work beforehand. What's that? Abraham Hicks says, one action in alignment is more powerful than like 1,000 out of alignment action steps. So if you just take a little bit of time beforehand and go, here's what I like about what I'm doing, here's what feels good about it, and here's the result I'll get from it, and I want that, like that will feel good, I'll enjoy it so much, and you're just getting that energy of like, once I'm there, this is how I'll feel. Like you're just in alignment, so your actions are like you get more powerful results from them. Okay, let's go on to Cancer. What does Cancer need to hear to get into vibrational alignment for their manifestations and their desires? Well, Cancer, I do kind of recall you've had a little bit of a theme going on in your life for, I don't know if it's been 6 months or a year, but you're definitely working on getting better on relationships and like a little bit more of a playful, lighter feel to them. I think that there was something that happened and there was a little bit of a social tension, maybe a little rupture in a relationship. I don't think it was huge and major, but I do think that you like definitely thought that you were right, that I think you were unaware that you were doing something. I don't want to say wrong because it's not really giving me details on the situation. Okay, it was something with you had some communication with someone that at the time you didn't realize was either wrong or hurtful, or maybe you were in such a heightened emotional state when you were communicating, you know? So I think you're kind of like starting, you're either facing the social ramifications for that, or you're kind of starting to realize like, oh, I was a little aggressive, or like, oh, I was in a heightened emotional state. I should have calmed down before I reached out. Or you're like kind of becoming aware of like, oh, wow, I actually didn't think about them. Like she just went through a breakup and I didn't even comment on her breakup. And I went straight into talking about like my promotion at work. Um, so I don't think it was something like huge that you did, but you're just kind of starting like, you're just like something about the way you communicated to someone. So essentially your message though, Cancer, is like a kind of like a keep going. You got the Ace of Fire and the Three of Earth. Like keep going. It's like recognizing that this newfound passion you had for improving your relationships and getting relationships in, it's paying off in dividends. So like even you're at the start of your journey, keep up the passion for going on that journey because it's worth it and it's going to pay off in dividends in the long run of things, in the long scheme of things. And in terms of your relationship developing skills, before you were at the ace, now you're at the 3. So you're 3/10 of the way there. So you're further along than you think you are. And I think you're being a little hard on yourself for whatever this little like snafu or faux pas was. So it's like the start of your journey. Keep that passion alive. I do want to be better in relationships. I'm at least glad I became aware of what I did wrong, or I'm at least glad that I now have more insight for how to handle that kind of conversation differently. I'm glad I have good friends who pulled me aside and helped me explain it to me. I do have good friends. You keep your focus positive and keep going, because like you are getting a lot better at relationships. So keep going. Okay, so let's go to Leo. What does Leo need to hear this week, especially to get into vibrational alignment for all their manifestations? Oh, you got love on your mind. Whoa, this is weird. I think you have a little bit. I think you. Okay, cards, what are you trying to say to me? I think I don't want to say this. I think there's like an older woman in your life that you owe an apology to. And it's almost as if you hold other people to impeccable standards while in a relationship with you without like giving them any grace if they ever make a snafu. Because it just looks like there was a little bit of miscommunication between you and an older person. I think a woman, because it's the Queen of Air. And whoever this is, the person is definitely, I'd say, confident, articulate. I don't want to say set in their ways. But, okay, well, there's a couple messages here for you. But the reason why you owe this person an apology, it's not that you owe them an apology, just an apology would be good to kind of smooth over the relationship, is one, it looks like you weren't giving them like any sort of grace from the information that they were operating on. And you weren't giving them any grace for like, maybe they had a bad day. Maybe they had a clingy day. There was just like, you were just holding them to impeccable standards and you had like an exact vision for how you thought they should behave moving forward. When they didn't meet it, it was like but it looks like this person kind of is significantly ahead of you in terms of your interpersonal development. And like, believe it or not, there's some sort of either awesome mentorship or like you got the Knight of Water and the Ten of Earth with it, which are strong family cards and strong romance cards. So it's like, all right, cards, can you talk to me louder? You need to apologize and make things right. They weren't doing anything wrong. They did nothing to deserve it. You didn't give them complete information. There's a lot of contentfulness and happiness there. And it's kind of like you've been beating this person and holding them to like an impeccable standard. Okay. But there's another message here for you. So do you guys have anything else to say on that topic to Leo? You need to be the one to take the action to make it right. Like, it's like whatever the person last said to you, there was an element of truth to it. And like they were simply expressing what they would like to receive and experience with you. Just because it's not exactly what you want. Do you cut someone out, or do you have like a further clarifying conversation? Are you going to like learn how to have those conversations that help you navigate to a win-win? You know, like let's even say this isn't necessarily romantic, but it's like, you know, a mom-in-law. Like, hey, listen, I know you really just like to come over and pop over, and we do like having you over like very often. I just, you know, sometimes I like to, you know, do yoga in minimal clothing. And so I'm just wondering, like, how do we still have you over frequently, but also where I feel comfortable to like be in my home and whatever type of clothing I want to have on. You know, so it's just some sort of conversation like that, not just like the, oh my God, she came over and I told her not to, let's cut her out. Or like it could be love too. Okay, but what else? Okay, the 10 of Earth. The person was guiding you to how to have a happy, harmonious home life that includes love and a family. Like you want family more than you're willing to admit. And this person was simply feeling that energy and like prodding you in that direction. Just because you felt discomfort, it wasn't from them. It was they were giving you the encouragement to go face the discouragement. And that way that card's like they did nothing wrong. Okay, do you have anything else for Leo? All I can tell you, Leo, is that wherever this like miscommunication happened, there's a definite chance for love with them. So what will happen if Leo does reach back out to them and apologize? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, okay. We got two good cards, one. Well, you got the Unity card, which is a major arcana card. Um, so it's kind of like there will be peace there and no one will hold any grudges or anything. The conversation, you got the Page of Earth, so it will be like lighthearted, uplifting. I do think the person's a very forgiving person. It will be like playful. I don't think you should go into the conversation with any end goal other than making peace, mending fences. If you go in with a specific end goal, you got the Five of Water, which is the things not turning out the way you kind of hoped card. So if you go in there, like, I don't know, let's just say you like ended things with someone and then you're like, oh my God, I really like them. And then you get back on the phone call and it's like to get them back, right? The person's going to feel that energy, but keep in mind, you got to keep in mind their point of view, not just how you feel. Like keep in mind how you feel, because how you feel is important and very significant. Okay. But you got to keep in mind, like, where is that person at? What has their experience been the last 2-3 months? So that when you answer on the phone call, you'll be like, hey, listen, I know I'm probably the last person you want to talk to right now. Like I literally just ended things and it's only been 2 days. And I can just like, you know, I can see how you might be in some pain. So like, I kind of just want to like apologize. And here's exactly what I'm apologizing for. And I just want to take this time to like hear you out and like see if repair is possible with you. Because you do mean a lot to me and I want you in my life. Like have that conversation first. So if they have any, I was just really sad, I was just really disappointed, let them get their emotions out. They're now feeling heard by you. And like you receiving them warmly, which is a step. Rupture, a fight happens, repair. You got to do it slowly. And then after the feelings are out, they're like, well, I'm really glad you called, because I was like, I couldn't like have pictured life without you. Really, Kelly, like really, I'm like really starting to realize I want you in my life more too, right? But if you just come in with it like that, I'm sorry I did that, I want to be back with you, be with me, they'll be like, what? You literally just said 2 days ago, I don't want that. So just approach the conversation with the, hey, listen, I wanted to apologize. And I'm just here to like make peace. Okay, I'm looking. What about the Leos? Because that was a very specific message. So what about for the Leos where this doesn't apply? What's their message to get in vibrational alignment for their manifestation? Okay, so for the Leos that didn't apply to, because I just that was a very specific message. It's really about self-soothing and containing emotional balance right now, because like victory is like right around the corner. And you're going to look fondly back on this time. You're going to be proud of yourself for having done the work, gone through the like emotional up level that it takes to get the manifestation, and like you're on the right path. Yeah, you're going to be really happy and content. So, okay, so how do you get a message to the Leos that that very specific one didn't apply to? Is there anything else though for that specific one that they need to hear? No, not at this time. Okay, so let's go on to Virgo. Ooh, you're like stuck a little in a crossroads. Um, it's like you have this temporary pause and peace in your life, Virgo. That like there's just something, you're just enjoying life. You're having like a little bit of a pleasure. It could be like you're taking a like a 2 week, 4 week long vacation or something. There's just something going on where you're really just like enjoying life and some of the results of your hard work. But I think the crosswire is in your love life, Virgo. And I think it's because you're stuck between this, what I want, I'm worth, I want to hold my standards high. And it's like, like, this is what I really want. But you're also stuck between like, however it is that you're approaching love, it's flat out not working. So you got your strategy for your approach is off, but you also got the defending. Okay, they're both sevens, so that means the energies are equal right now. Okay, so what's the advice? Keep being confident, knowing that you're worthy. Once you make the change, and I think it's more of a perspective change from your love life, and it's really more about a perspective change for, I think it's something to do with like your time commitment, or like the emotional investment and the time investment a relationship needs. Once you just kind of like have that grappling moment where you're like, okay, I get it. I do want a peaceful relationship where we don't just chat for like 2-3 hours, but I get it. You do need like a 20-30 minute conversation a day. So it's kind of like recognizing that like, here's I don't want the 2 to 3 hour meaningless conversations. It's almost as if you went to the opposite extreme though, and we're like, I want the person who only needs 5 minutes twice a week. But it's, let it go back to the middle. Let it just be in the middle. Because it's kind of like, it's just kind of like you're really good at seeing what you need out of it, and you're like expecting them to have those like strong boundaries as you, and strong knowing, so that you guys can come here and like face it together. But like, I think the person you're either dealing with, well, the other person just either doesn't have as strong, so they're kind of like, this, when you come here, they're like, oh my God, I don't know what to say to you. That's like so aggressive. Or it doesn't necessarily have to be that kind of a scenario, but it's like you're like, no, he should suffer. He should earn his way back into my life. Um, he needs to pursue me. But like that person might be like just a little bit more emotionally fragile, so they can't put up the effort, like sustained effort for like 3 weeks or 3 months, whatever it is you think that you're like worth and you're owed. Um, they don't have that energy to like be strong and like not get anything back from you, just like pursue you for the length of time that you want, you know? So I think it's just going to take a little bit of a swallowing of your pride, Virgo, to have this conversation with them. It's either swallowing of your pride, like, okay, I'm not going to get the apology I want. I'm not going to get the pursuing that I want. Or it might be the swallowing of the pride in the first example I gave, where it's like, okay, the picture perfect relationship I have in my head, like, just flat out doesn't exist. Like, how old am I? And I don't have it yet. That kind of means it doesn't exist. And when you swallow that little bit of a pride, like, you got the wheel card, which is like the massive kind of change in your life that's for the positive and for the better. It is going to be an overall really happy experience for you, and it is going to be a like kind of life lesson, karmic lesson, fully complete. So I just think you're going to be significantly better at relationships after this, where you really, it's not about right or wrong or good and bad, but it's about how do we come together harmoniously. I So it is going to turn out. You got the wheel, which is really good, and you got the completion card, which is really good. I like after this happens though, you are going to need to like take a little bit of a breather, take a little bit of a break. Um, yeah. So let's go on to Libra. What does Libra need to hear? And oh, hey Libra, if you want to meet your spirit guides, I'm going to link to a free meditation in the comments down below. But okay, what does Libra need to hear to get into vibrational alignment for their manifestations? Oh, well, you got a big O keep going, Libra. Um, don't rest on the laurels of your success because you're at the Two of Water stage. So this could be love for you. You're at the Two of Water phase, not the 10, not the 7, 8, 9, 10. You're at the 2. So I just think because things are starting to get like a little bit of a glimmer, it could be a time when some people go like, oh, I just need to enjoy my riches. It's definitely the time to like keep putting in the work. And the work you are putting in, it's like a don't give up. You can make it. You can make it to the end. Like Libra, this is just a big O. Keep going. Don't rest on laurels of success, and like keep putting in the work that you've been doing to get the results that got you this far. You got another keep going card. This was to clarify the Eight of Earth. Eight of Earth is the put effort in, keep putting in work, keep applying yourself. Um, and the Magician is just like a powerful manifester. So it's kind of like it's worth it to go that extra step and to go that extra mile. Like, if you stop now, how do I say it? Like, sometimes getting a project off the ground, the first 20% of it is like it takes a lot of work and a lot of effort. But when you get it there, you're like, okay, we're kind of coasting now. We can coast. You can coast. But if you put in a little bit, keep putting in more effort, the coasting up here is going to be so much cooler. And the work to go from 20 to 40 is not going to be nearly as much from 0 to 20. So it's kind of like you've got momentum going, kind of like someone who's like trying to lose weight. And the first, I don't know, say the first month is always the hardest. They got to get the new habits going down, new cooking, walking more. Um, But once they lose that first 20 pounds, would you want them, if they say they have to 100 pounds to lose, would you encourage them to, yeah, just enjoy that 20 pounds off. You look good, girl. Just enjoy that. You can lose the other 80 later. Would you be like, I don't know, you got momentum going. You're eating so good. You're going on walks. Like, keep going because, like, once you get going, it really gets going. Like, so you're just kind of like at that, whatever it is you're manifesting, you're at that point. So it's like kind of like keep going. It's only going to get like easier and smoother. All right, Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to hear to get into vibrational alignment for the manifestations? And Sagittarius, if you would like to meet your spirit guide, I put together a free meditation to do that down below. I'll link to it in the comments. I think you're feeling a little restless right now because you really just want to be taking action, and like action that helps like move the needle forward to like get results done. Um, but you're actually at like the Seven of Earth stage, and the Seven of Earth is like the don't worry, seeds are well planted. Card. And there's not too much action you could take when you're at the Seven of Earth. You got to do all the maintenance type stuff. Like, let's use the analogy of a farmer. He has to plant the seeds, and then before they germinate, before they sprout, you just got to keep watering them, and you got to keep the animals off of them from eating them, right? So you just gotta you gotta keep doing the maintenance work, the watering. You got to keep watering them every day, whatever their watering needs are, and let them grow and do their thing. So keep up doing the maintenance work, and can you be at a place of just being at peace with where you're at? All right, the stage you're at right now is watering. All right, the stage you're at right now is putting fences over them so the animals don't eat them. All right, the stage you're at right now is hiring workers to come help pluck the food off of it. And the stage we're at is packaging it for it to go get sold. Like, can you just enjoy the step that you're at? Because things are going to pick up for you soon. So you might as well enjoy this like little bit of a breather and a little bit of a time break that you have. So what a sweet message, Sagittarius. All right, let's go into Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to hear to get into vibrational alignment to their manifestations? And Capricorn, if you are interested in meeting your spirit guide, I'm going to link to a free meditation down below in the comments. Okay, Capricorn, your mood is improved. And I'm just going to tell you that like this recent mood improvement is only the 3 of fire. So it's only like the beginning of the passionate. So even though you feel better, whatever you've been doing to keep feeling better, like keep doing it, treat it like you would a workout. Once you start lifting weights, you can't stop, right? Because you don't want to lose the gains. Or like, if you stop working out, you're going to expect to lose some muscle, some strength. But it's just like hey, you're just into the glimmer of the good life. You're just into the glimmer of like returning to that peace, content, and happiness that you are. I do think that there was a recent ending in your life, Capricorn, that's kind of got you in your head a little bit. You got the 9 of air, so you're in your head, you're losing sleep. This is where you could also be like, did I do something wrong? Did I, because I do think it was a swift end, but whatever minor thing ended in your life, it's like much more profound than that. It's like a bigger chapter of your life has like closed. And I think, Capricorn, it has to do with like people pleasing. People pleasing, or like not even such a people pleasing, but I think it was like your default way of operating, that you kind of just took other people's needs into consideration, and like it was like default first, and then you would think like, okay, if that's what they need and this is what they need and we got to do all of this stuff to get them their needs met, okay, we have this much time and resources left, I'll take this. So like that's why you weren't a match for that person anymore, because they definitely like oh, you did all that for me, oh, you took a smaller piece for me because you knew I was running a marathon. Like that person just really liked that. And like, I don't know, you're just kind of like done with that phase, because you're definitely just ready for someone who takes your needs into consideration too. Ooh, you should expect a quick sudden change and turn in your love life. I would be expecting some communication. It may or may not be like an offer, like, hey, I like you, let's give it a try. But I would expect like a turnaround in your love life. And your money life. Dude, just keep focusing on your happiness, Capricorn. I think that when you focus on your happiness, it's going to by default make your money flow and your love life flow even more. Tell me more about this love, though, Spirit. Tell me a little more about this love. Oh, there's a lot of, okay, so you got the Page of Water and the Ten of Water. So whoever this is, like if it's a love offer, great. Say yes to it, Capricorn. Because remember, some of your readings have been like, Capricorn, you have to say yes when they invite you out. You have to meet it with enthusiasm and you have to say yes. So you're like, say yes. So it might be a love offer because it is the Page of Water, but it might also just be a little bit more kind of steady, consistent communication. Okay, what should they do about their love life? Oh, I don't think these are your cards. Is this for Oh, they're saying no, you need to move on. Okay, I guess it is just supposed to be like a weekly kind of mini message. Well, good luck, Capricorn. Okay, so now we're on to Aquarius. Aquarius, if you want to meet your spirit guides, I will link to a free meditation down below in the comments that will help you do just that. Are these cards for Aquarius? No, not quite. Go to the next three. I don't know if those are that much different. Okay, they actually are. Well, there's a little bit of stress in your life right now that kind of feels a little overwhelming. What are you going to say about that, though, Spirit? Yeah, there's a little bit of stress in your life on something that like ended. Um, and it's kind of like the message is just, can you view it as a successful time as it was and the time that you like had in that person's life? I think that's the most kind of peace you're going to be able to get from the situation is just like literally viewing it as when we were together, it was as good as it can get, and here's what I really, really enjoyed about it. And if you can kind of like get that little bit of a closure, like, okay, it's not going to restart, it's not going to end up where I want it to, but when we had that time together, I'm going to cry for you guys. It was really, really good. Like, you're going to get kind of like a new start in life. The Fool card, Major Arcana card, so that is kind of a big deal. But you also got the Two of Fire here, so there is a little bit of like just feeling a little bit more grounded and confident in yourself. And like a little bit like your worthiness is kind of growing. And it's like if you could just find peace with that one topic, then you got the Ace of Earth too, and you got the so like there's a new start for you in life, believe it or not. Where you can like have a little bit more like passion and love in your life if you can just make peace on that one area, because it's almost as if you're like beating yourself up for something that ended, and there's not too much you can do about it to like fix the relationship or fix the job. It's just you just got to like make peace with it and enjoy that time you had together. I hope that message was helpful, Aquarius. That was so sad. Like, it's going to Pisces. What does Pisces need to hear? And Pisces, if you would like to meet your spirit guides, I put together a free meditation to help you with that, and I'll link to it in the comments down below. So what does Pisces need to hear? Looks like there's a little bit of tug of war right now going on in your life between like money and love. And it's almost like love takes away from money. Why aren't they pulling their fair share? But it's how you're viewing love and money that needs to be updated and changed. It needs to be so this is how much it costs to be in a relationship. So this is the monthly budget we spend. And obviously, like, I don't know, like sometimes it is like hey, we got to cut back for a couple months. But what if you instead use that as a source of fuel for you to learn how to be more receptive and open to receiving more money? Yeah, you'll step up to some King of Fire energy and like, I do want to go after that. I am worthy of that. My honey bunny is worth that peaceful life and that calm life. I do like seeing her that happy, and I don't want to cause any stress on her. Um, because I can tell you, whoever it is you're dealing with, they're the queen of water, so they are very loving. They have good intentions. You don't need to worry about anything about bad intentions or bad, just anything bad. Like they're very loving towards you and like want something to work out between the two of you. Yeah, it's just kind of like they just really want you to step up into some like leadership energy. Will also balance to spend more time with them. There's something in here too, like they would be okay with spending a tiny bit less time with them for you to focus on like your money, your business. Because it's like they see a grander, greater image of you. And I just think there's a little bit of resistance on your end to grow into that image they see of you. When that kind of happens, like guys, sometimes if someone has an image of you that's just not who you are at all, yeah, leave the relationship. Don't live someone else's life, right? Or don't live it how they want you to be. But I think this is more like they see that you can do it. So let's just use an example. Let's say you're a professional racer, and you keep competing in the 5Ks, and they're like, babe, I don't think you realize how good you are. You could do the 10Ks. Like you're good enough to win those. Like I don't see what, like I see it. I don't see why you don't see it. And they're like, and if you did the 10Ks, you would get $10,000 payouts instead of $5,000 payouts. So it's kind of like it's a win-win in their eyes. They're like, why not go for it? You're good enough. You can do it. But you're in this like, no, I just don't have to cost that much. So it's just they just like they see the bigger vision of you. I kind of think you are going to go for it though. Um, all right, I hope that video was helpful to you guys. Give me a comment below. I'll link to that free meditation down below. And don't forget, guys, I go live Monday through Thursday right here on YouTube with mini reads. I call the show High Vibe Mornings. Would love to see you guys there. But Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Bye, guys.